Hey everyone, so I wanted to make a quick video to show you my new Twitch streaming setup. Now this is not my new Twitch streaming setup, this is my old iMac which I got repaired. In the end it required a power supply replacement, thankfully at no cost to me, so that's good. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, one of the worst things about having this giant 27-inch display is that it does not take external video inputs. And I've always wanted to have my consoles in my room where it's warmer so I can play in relative peace without the intrusions of the world beating down at my door. So I have looked at a bunch of different options, including the possibility of putting a projector in my room, or as I mentioned in a previous video, an ultra-wide gaming monitor. In the end though, I decided that I would go for this setup. I got a BenQ RL2460 24-inch monitor. And I got this monitor for a couple of reasons because it has some nice features. Number one, it was one of the cheapest monitors that I could get, which had height adjustment. Because when you get around $200, $300 Australian dollars in Australia, it's hard to find monitors that will do height adjustment. And the second reason why I got it was because it has this neat little HDMI out port on the back. So you can feed video from a console, like say my PlayStation 4 or my Nintendo Switch. You can feed it into the monitor and then it will go out to a capture card or something like that, and you won't need to use a splitter and you won't have to put up with any sort of input delay introduced by putting something in between the console and the monitor. So there was an eBay sale. I also ordered one of these Elgato Game Capture HD60S capture cards. I also needed one of these anyway because I sold my Thunderbolt capture card from Blackmagic because the Blackmagic unit was very fussy. If you gave it a 1080p 50 frames a second signal, which is what comes out of the Sony camera that I'm using now, it would just not work. So I sold that off to go with USB 3, and now it's kind of cross-platform. I went for this one because A, it was on sale, and B, because it works on a Mac and a PC, so a little more flexibility. There was another unit that Razer made that didn't have any Mac software, and apparently that's a clone of some Chinese hardware that I don't know anything about. All I know is that this supposedly has a decent software application that's cross-platform, so that's why I got it. Anyway, so it goes out from the monitor into the capture card, which is plugged into my PC. And what that means is that I can, stream from the Switch, or I can stream from the PlayStation, which I will show you now. There we go. So I'm going to be able to make a little progress in this game because I didn't play it that much, even though I love Persona. Didn't play it that much when it was downstairs. The third thing you might have noticed about this monitor is that it has inbuilt speakers. They're pretty terrible, but I think they'll do on a pinch, and I can use headphones. It does have a headphone out port, so I'll be using that. So we got a capture card. Goes from the monitor. Switch back to the Switch because right now I've got the HDCP copy protection on the PS4 enabled, so it's not going to work on the capture card, so I'm not going to see anything. So it goes out into the computer, my Alienware, which is now starting to seem a little big in this arrangement, but that's okay. So that's my Twitch page, which I've got a link in the description of this video, so feel free to watch that. I'm not, my point isn't to become like some pro-level Twitch streamer. It's just so that I can share some of the games I've been playing. But here's the Elgato software. You can see that it's got the feed from the Switch here, which is cool. So I can launch Splatoon, and that's really the game that I want to stream with it. I can have the laptop down here and read Twitch comments. And then I can, hard to do this with one hand, but I can raise this here. So I can see what I'm doing. I can play on the display. I can read Twitch comments here. And the last bit of the puzzle is the actual connection. So the funny thing is that the internet is not good here, I'm finding, for this sort of thing. What I actually had to do is I'm going to have to do the upload on my home cable broadband connection, which is 2 megabits upload, so it's not going to be the most pretty thing in the world, the Twitch streaming. And then I've got my Switch actually tethered via a Wi-Fi hotspot to my phone. So, you know, it's not amazing ping, but it's like 30 milliseconds. It's not ideal, but it's actually been surprisingly stable. I've found that using my mobile phone as a hotspot for the Switch has actually been a little more stable than using my home cable broadband. So again, I can't wait for the NBN to arrive. That's the setup, and then I've got the Sennheiser headphones that I'm going to plug into the Alienware to get the voice. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description to my Twitch page, and I'll probably be playing some Splatoon ranked right after I upload this video. So check that out, and yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Bye.